Hello YouTube, today I'd like to show you how to make your own website calendar that you can view on your phone, print, and be able to share anywhere on the internet. The program I'm talking about is pincalendar.com. Pincalendar is a website dedicated to making online calendars that can include custom photos, email subscriptions, and is mobile compatible. This is a calendar I previously created. Let's say you wanted to add an event. So the easiest way to do that is just by clicking on the date, and then I'll bring you to the new events screen. From here you can give the event a title. So let's say it's soccer practice, and the date's going to be the date we clicked on, but if we wanted to, we could change it. If you do not want to show the time on the event, you can select all day event. But let's say in this case we want to show the time. Now, the next step is, if you wanted to, we could include an icon or an image on the calendar for the event. And we can show a thumbnail on the calendar. Let's select the medium thumbnail, and here we have, under appearance, we have a few options on the style of the button that's going to show on the calendar. So let's say we want to pick a simple gray color. So this is going to be a preview, so you can see different ones. This is going to be with no time buttons. It's going to be with time. It's going to be more of a 3D look along this bar, and the plainest is just no button whatsoever. It's just going to be plain font, so just the font, no time or with time. So let's select this one. Of course we can change the font size and the font color, and we can even pick an icon. Let's say we wanted to have a heart next to this. Okay, here we can specify the event details, such as the start time for the practice. Practice this week is 6 p.m. but please show up early. Okay, so let's go back to the title and date tab, and here we should select the 6 p.m. start time. Okay, details, if you wanted to, we could specify the organization. So let's say it's the Lions Club or whatever. We can specify the phone number, email. If it's a venue, let's say if there were tickets being sold or anything along those lines, you can specify where it's taking place. So let's say it's going to be at Lions Park, and of course you can specify an address, and this is going to give you an actual map that's going to pop up. If you have tickets for sale, you can include the price here and the label of the button. Okay, and you can also add a custom button. But for right now, I'll just create a simple event just to see how it's going to work. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time to upload the picture we included, so that's why it's taking a little bit of time. And here's our new event with the icon, and when you click on the event, it's just the first time it's creating some thumbnails and resizing the picture, so that's why it's working a little bit slower just on the first click. Subsequent clicks are going to be much faster. Alright, so we have this part. This is just a part that's just shown to you. Normally the calendar starts right here. So we have the calendar being displayed with the event below it. Now, if we do not want that, if we don't want to show upcoming events below the calendar, we can go into edit and we can change that. I think under layout, right here, show upcoming events below calendar. If we just want to have a calendar with no upcoming events below, this is going to get us that look. Now, so our calendar is basically live. Anybody can link to this calendar using this path. So you can just href this, or anywhere on the web you can link to it. And of course, somebody that's not logged in as you is not going to see the same thing. They're just going to see the calendar, the control buttons, and they will have options to add events or anything like that. It'll just be a simple calendar. Alright, so next I want to show you how to search for an icon for the soccer game. So we're going to go to WP Clipart, and this is a website that provides free images, clip art, of all kinds. So let's say we want to change the icon there on our soccer practice. So let's just look for a soccer ball. We'll do a search, and we'll pick something that we like. Maybe this one. This one looks like a really nice one. So we're going to save this to our download folder. Right. So let's go back into in calendar. Let's edit our image, our game event, and we're going to change the icon. Let's go under photo. Don't like this photo, so let's pick a different one. Next, I want to show you how I was able to edit the default calendar and to add images above here. So you can have custom images for every month, but by default, the calendar has no images. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to do that. So first, you go to edit calendar, and under month photos, you can select January, February, March, and so on. But before we do that, I just want to show you where I was able to obtain these. Basically, I got the images from unsplash.com, which have beautiful free photos. So you can search for anything. Let's say if you want to search for soccer, you could find all kinds of photos for soccer games or soccer players or anything along the lines. So I've already pre-selected some and downloaded some images for the calendar. So I'm just going to select these here. Right, so let's pick, this is January. This is going to be February. March. Let's pick this one for April. Skip this one. This one. I think this one. I haven't picked yet. Right. So I'm just going to show you, once you save the calendar, it's going to take a while because it's uploading 12 different pictures. It needs to resize them and format them. So just at the bottom you'll see the photos being uploaded, but once it's finished, this is what it looks like. And now we have our calendar with month photos. There's a different photo for every month. Now, if you don't like this color here, you can change the location of the month title and the color. So let's say we wanted to have a yellowish or white color, we could do that as well. And you can change the position. Bottom left is actually where I like to have it, so I'll leave it alone, but you can change it to make it right or anything along those lines. And as you can see, the color of the month actually changed. I added some extra events to the calendar. So we have some upcoming events on the 26th, 27th, and 30th. So we have a game versus Celtics, position training, and game versus Rangers. So just wanted to show you what the event list would look like for that. So it's only showing the upcoming events. So the next one will be game versus Celtics. Position training will be on April 27th. And then April 30th will be the game versus Rangers. Now the pin board just shows you upcoming events as well, but just in a different format. I'll show you basically pin style events. Right. So our calendar is almost finished. Next we're going to get the embed code. So I'll show you how to do that. To get the embed code, you're going to click here below. And if you want to embed the calendar, you would copy this code. If you wanted to embed the event list, you would copy this code. If you wanted to embed the pin board, you would copy this code. If you wanted to link directly to the calendar, so the user would be taken off site and directly to a large format calendar, full page, you can do it this way. And finally, these three methods use JavaScript to resize the calendar, the iframe window. Whereas if you don't want to have it auto resized and you want to maintain compatibility without JavaScript, you can use this method. And finally, there's a custom code for Wix, which makes it look better. Right, so in our case, we just want to embed the entire full frame calendar, full size calendar. So we'll just copy this code, and we already have a page made up for it. So this is our HTML. Let's say this is our team website. We're going to paste the code somewhere. So we have our coding here. We just need to save. And now we're going to go preview. Right, so this is what our calendar looks like. One feature I'd like to mention is the auto generation of a newsletter. Users can subscribe to the calendar. Every week there's an email with upcoming events sent out. So if you're one of the people that subscribes by entering your email address here, You will receive a notice by email of upcoming events. And the other thing you can do is print a calendar. Simply right click anywhere on the page, select print. You may want to change the layout, whether you want landscape or portrait. In this case, where the calendar is on the first page, upcoming events are going to be below. If you don't want to print the upcoming events, you can just select which pages to print, so you can narrow it down just to page 1. And one other setting you should consider using is the scale. You can adjust the scale. Basically, this will resize the calendar to fit the page. So you may need to play around with this a little bit. When you're ready to print, just make sure your printer is selected here and select print. I'd like to show you what the printed calendar looks like along with the phone interface. This is being viewed on an Android phone. Basically, it's a smaller version of the calendar. The calendar will auto resize to fit the phone. The events will be listed below the month calendar. So as you see, I'm scrolling up. You'll see the events below the calendar. Thank you for watching. Check out pincalendar.com to make your own calendar.